So for this one, we're going to change this to pin 7 for the LED blinking. I'm going to delete some of these notes just show you that you could clean this and it changes nothing. Look at this. Setup function runs once. We already know that. I can delete that comment out. Okay. Delete this comment out. And I'm going to use pin 7. It's going to still be an output. I'm going to send a signal out. And I can put a note here. 2 forward slashes. Setting pin 7 as my output. So I'm setting pin 7 as my output, and then we're going to take pin 7 and go high, turn the LED on. We're going to wait, a certain amount of time. So if I want it to blink kind of fast, I'm going to go only 100 milliseconds on, and then 100 milliseconds off. But don't forget to change this to pin 7 as well. So we're going to take and digitally write to pin 7. We're going to make it high, which turns it on. Then we're going to wait 100 milliseconds, and then we're going to turn it off. Then we're going to wait 100 milliseconds. And so I can change these. I could say wait 0.1 seconds. Wait 0.1 seconds, because that's what that is. It takes 1,000 milliseconds to be 1 second, so 100 is 0.1 of a second. How do we do this on the Arduino? Let's take a look at that. Well, first off, we're going to need a breadboard, because on pin 7 on the Arduino, it doesn't have a built-in resistor. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to use a breadboard to do that, okay? So let's see if I can move this around. So first is, I'm going to find pin 7, and I see it right there. And I'm going to stick this wire directly into pin 7. It looks like it's pin 6. It's pin 7. There you go. Now you can see it better. For some reason from here it looks like pin 6, but then you can see it's actually pin 7. A little optical illusion there on the camera. And then I'm going to stick it in any row. It doesn't really matter which one. I'm going to stick it in that one there. And now on the way to the resistor, we're going to use on the way to the LED, we're going to use a resistor. So in the same row, and remember, that's how I connect these two wires together. I want these to connect together like this. So I want this resistor to connect to that wire. We just stick them in the same row, and that will do that. It doesn't matter which row, so as long as they're the same row. And there we go. They are in the same row. Let's see if we can get that camera to focus on that. That's a terrible focus. Alright, there's no focus here. I wish this had like a manual focus, but it doesn't have one. I'm going to have to get one that does. Alright, so these are in the same row. Let's see if I can show you that. Yeah, see? They're in the same row. That white wire comes from pin 7. The resistor sticks in the same row. Now the resistor, go ahead and stick it in any row. It doesn't matter which one. There we go. I stuck it in there. It doesn't matter which one. And that's where we're going to put our LED. So where's my LED from yesterday? Here it is. Here's the LED. I'm going to put the longer side where the resistor is. So if you look really closely, notice that I have the white wire from pin 7 going to the resistor. Then that electricity goes into that resistor and then out of the resistor and into this LED, into the positive side of the LED. Then we have the negative side of the LED. It's got to go back to ground. So let's go ahead and make that go back to ground. And I'm going to put it right here in the same row as that ground. There we are. They're connected together with that blue wire. And I just bring it over to ground. And I just have to re-upload my new code. So let's do that real quick. Click upload. As long as I'm in the right port, I should still be in the same port. And there we go. And it's working, as you can see from the camera, blinking only on for 0.1 seconds and off for 0.1 seconds. And it's got a very quick blink there. Alright, so that's all there is to it. Feel free to play around with the code a little bit and kind of explore it as you wish.